February 3rd, and I made this black dish pan. I took branches from the carry tote. I dug up the carry tote a lot. I dug some of the larger branches went on the bottom, and then a bunch of clumps of bantha poodoo, which is what I'm going to call how my composting came out in my turning composter. Winter is probably not the best time to use it, and I think I've learned that crumpling up balls of paper to put in there is not a good plan, because then I just end up with these balls of glop. Anyway, but we'll see how it does. I put it in there, and then on the top I put some soil from the Deban tote and the Carry tote. You can see I've planted the Detroit Dark, those beets. Those are from 2020, package free. They're 2024 or 2025. Grand Rapids lettuce, the same. The top crop bush bean is the same. I put 4 bush beans, 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 4 beets across. I'll thin it to 2, and then I just scattered the lettuce. And then in this one, I started it the same on the bottom, but the top is all soil that I dug out of the Yo Mama tote. And those little bitty pieces of root, I think, are celery. So we'll see. I don't know if just the roots ripped up can create a new celery plant, but we're going to find out. And so over here, from this point forward, I did 2 rows of the Florida broadleaf mustard. And I put lots and lots of seeds in there because they are packaged, yes, you see it, for 2017. So we'll see how that does. Yeah, I'll be lucky to get a plant or 2 out of it. I put 2 Detroit dark red beets back there, and then I have gourmet blend lettuce. That was packaged for 2023. February 3rd. Yo, mama! Here is my celery that has been alive for 1.5 years now. I dug this area up. I put some of the bantha poodoo, that's what I'm calling the balls of compost that I got out of my composter this morning, or today. I put those underneath, and then scraped the soil back over the top. And then, of course, my walking onions. February 3rd, here's my Sarah tote. I know a couple of different Sarahs, so I went ahead and put Sarah M on there. And you can see I have these 3 purple of Sicily cauliflower, and they're doing quite well. They're doing better than any of the others I planted. I think partly because this is a southwest facing wall. And then there's lots of Egyptian walking onions in through here. And I think back here is a garlic that was left from some other thing. This is a geranium cutting that I took off of one of the geraniums I got from my friend Deborah. And then this is the wildfire lettuce. And it is climbing up here, and it is going to go to seed. And I am going to collect that seed and plant lettuce in the autumn and see how that does. And I purposefully let it go to seed once it stopped. I guess it just got too warm, and so it went to seed. But it's doing very well. I finally started putting compost in my pitcher back here. Oh, no, I haven't put any in there for a while. How did I manage that? Somehow I managed a rubber band in there. Okay, I'm going to leave that open and put some compost in there right now, so it will have plenty to eat. This is the one that I put a bunch of sweet potato stuff in, and they tried to grow, and I think it got too wet and cold, and so they seem to all the sweet potato volunteers have died out. So we'll see how that goes. It's looking pretty good. It's looking lovely. I think I'm going to have to harvest these soon because it's getting real open. I think it's going to go to seed. It's been crazy warm here. almost 70 degrees today, and all my cool weather crops, I think, are thinking that summer is coming early. February 3rd. So put some bantha poodoo in here. I know, it's compost balls in there, and put a little bit of the bottom soil from this red container in there. I think there's maybe a worm or two, so that's good. They'll help break down the compost. And this is just, this is not made for this. And so I know now not to buy things like this. I think it may be the last one like that. And inside it are where I cut up, what do you call it, a nursery pot like this one that had my red vein sorrel. And I realized when I pulled out, and so I pulled out this geranium and the red vein sorrel from that container. And when I did, I realized the red vein sorrel wanted very much to split. So I just pulled apart the main roots. They were all tangled together. So I pulled them apart and I put them in here. And then these are the two Egyptian walking onions that were in the red container. This one, I don't know if it will survive. There were two with the roots connected, and I broke it off, and there were no roots in it when it broke off, so we'll see. And then here and here, three, where's four? There were four. Oh, there's four. Apparently, when I threw out an entire head of garlic that looked like it wasn't going to be good to eat, in the turning compost bin, it decided that was a great place to grow. So I figure I'm going to give it a chance here. We'll see how that works. So I've got red vein sorrel and alliums, garlic and Egyptian walking onion, along with my geranium. Yeah. So that's what I got going here. Pull off some of these dead leaves. See what it thinks is going on. All right, we'll see how that goes. Ta-da! February 3rd, the right-hand smart pot. I have planted 2 peas, sugar snap peas. Oh yeah, I've got a sign there. At the bottom of each pole of my teepee. We'll see how that works. It's a little bit late according to my app. The Earliana cabbage is still alive, but we'll see. That's in the little cup. I just refreshed this pot, the black one. Put some, what did I put in there? Oh, I put in some fresh leaves, brassica leaves, and then some of the glop from where I make compost tea. And then I put the soil back in, and then put cilantro seeds on top, because I've been growing cilantro in that. And then I put the yellow tulle around these 3 brassica plants in hopes that whatever's been eating them, I think they might be slugs, because they've got that mucus trail on the leaves. So we'll see if that helps any. There. Ta-da! February 3rd, left smart pot, haven't done a thing. But the purple tree collard is getting taller. Yeah. And that's why they call it a tree collard. I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm trying to propagate a couple of them. I may cut this one and see if it's too big to propagate yet, and then that one back there, the little one, and see what I can get from those. One of the brassicas in the right smart pot was a cutting from here. So this is the left smart pot. Everything is pretty much where I've had it. My Annie tote, the name didn't stay on very well. I think I may get the paint pen out for this one. When the warmer weather comes, I will be creating a new growing medium here just because I put too many big branches when I set this up. This one is a colored top bunch. It's not doing great. I think it's just having trouble getting enough water. My lettuce is doing pretty well. This is Wildfire. Got mustard from Grown Here. Spinach, Olympia spinach from a seed package. I'm sure this now is I'm sure this is daikon. And then I have this, this is Black Magic Kale, and it's a cutting from what's now the barb tote. When I originally planted it, I didn't have names yet, but this is the cutting from the barb tote. And I'm still fighting ants in this tote. If I didn't say, it's February 3rd. February 3rd, Deb Ann tote. I dug it up to get some soil and some worms for my black dish pans. There it is. My Carrie tote. It's doing okay. Pay no mind to this rubbish down here. I pulled that out from the bottom of the tote. And what I've done here is I moved, we'll see how it does, but I moved this top bunch collard and my Swiss chard from the Deb Ann tote, and also this Wildfire, the deer tongue lettuce as well. I moved these all from the Deb Ann tote. And then I moved over the Earliana cabbage and the purple sprouting broccoli. They were already in here. And then this is a piece of garlic that decided it wanted to grow. I had thrown out an entire head of garlic in my turning composter. And when I emptied it today, there were several of those that wanted to grow. February 3rd. This is the Between the Smart Pots. An Earliana cabbage that I transplanted late. My chocolate mint. Not sure what's growing back there. Probably grass and weeds. Here's my rosemary. I haven't killed it yet. Yay. There's my my Egyptian walking onions and my red vein sorrel. Egyptian walking onions and my peppermint, celery that I transplanted from where they all are in the Angevin tote. I still have the winter squash label, but that's not what's planted there. Obviously my Egyptian walking onions, the celery, and I have garlic that I planted. And this itty bitty one is lemon thyme. I'm trying to see if I can propagate it. Lots of garlic and Egyptian walking onions in this, and celery. I'm going to have to change this blue one and this teal one. They probably will not last. They certainly won't last another winter. I don't know if they'll last through this spring. I think my little lantana might have totally died. I'm going to cut it off at the top and see. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that Wandering Jew. But my snapdragons are happy. Below the totes, these are kind of just whatever. Got a bunch of garlic and Desico broccoli. My Valencia orange that still won't die. Not that I'm trying to kill it. I'm pretty sure those are Egyptian walking onions, and there's some celery growing down there. Collard top bunch being eaten up. Walking onions and some type of brassica, I don't know which. Okay, goblet. February 3rd. My Purple of Sicily cauliflower, it hasn't died, but it's not doing great. The chives, same thing. These are garlic chives. I bought the garlic chives from Morning Sun Herb Farm. This is doing really well. I think it's I'm not even sure what I put here. I'm going to have to look back. And my rosy bok choy is going to seed, which I'm going to collect. February 3rd, Jackaroo. I haven't even shown this one. I haven't uploaded it yet. But I've got 2 early cabbage in the back doing really well. This one in the front didn't make it. I pulled this one out. I was going to transplant it, but it looks like a cutworm got to it. It wasn't even rooted. And then everything else in here is garlic. This is definitely garlic. I think this is garlic. I don't think I put Egyptian walking onions. I think that's garlic. So yeah, that's what's in here. It's February 3rd. Tote Alexa. My rosy bok choy is starting to go to seed. I'm going to probably cut it out this weekend and cook it up. Got my deer tongue lettuce still going. My agastiki, this one is, which one is this one? This one is the heat wave, so it'll be red. My alliums are doing well. I'm pretty sure these are Egyptian walking onions. I don't think I planted garlic in here. My lemon thyme's doing okay. My wildflower lettuce is doing all right. Oh, okay, this one is a garlic. I could tell because it's stuck the base up out of there. My Angevin tote needs attention. I think it's time to pull these plastic things out. I'm going to have to split up my Egyptian walking onions. There's entirely too many in these containers, and I think that's a big part of why they're looking like they are, like dead grass. And then all the other greenery around here are little itty-bitty celery seedlings, which I plan on transplanting because I like my celery in my salads. February 3rd, Tote Bombastic. I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4 daikon still growing. Purple sprouting broccoli doing okay. My mustard, this is the one that I grew in my yard. It hasn't died yet. Swiss chard, every now and then I take a leaf from it. And my deer tongue lettuce with some walking onions. And I planted this garlic here, I think, today. It was just recently, if not today. And the other little ones are Egyptian walking onions. February 3rd, here's my other low, wide tote. All the same things. Although my marjoram is doing, marjoram, however you say it, it's doing very well. This is the one that I transplanted? No, it was a cutting from what I called my sweet potato patch. And I don't know what to do about this mushroom plant. It's not doing so good. I don't know if it needs more food or more light or something, but it'll be going someplace else or dying. And this purple of Sicily cauliflower, not doing great. I'm really thinking I'm just going to get rid of the clear thing, or just use it for transferring soil from one tote to another, or maybe for composting. But it doesn't seem to be doing really well for growing the plants. Okay, February 3rd, here's Beanie. The broccoli got really tall and then looked like it was going to go to seed, so I cut it. And what it's doing now, I'm going to let it grow its little sprouts here. So it'll kind of end up being like a purple sprouting broccoli, even though that's not what it was intended for. And then my purple of Sicily cauliflower, I'm going to trim these 2 off today. I think this just needs to be, the cauliflower and broccoli needs to be in the tote instead of like this. It's just been unseasonably warm this January and February, and my plants think it's time to go to seed because spring is coming. It's up to like 70 yesterday and today, which is really warm for these guys. Okay, here's what's going on in this patch. I'm not going to call it a sweet potato patch anymore because I don't think I'm going to plant sweet potatoes in here. My marjoram is doing very well now that nothing else is eating all its food. The Swiss chard is coming back a little bit. I don't know if this is going to live or not. It was a Blue Fortune agastiki. I don't know if it just, oh yeah, I think it's coming back from the root. Maybe. That may be what I see there. Oops, my camera is really bad. Little bit's not doing great. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may need to put it in something smaller or bigger, or put it where there's less wind blowing on it. And I think I'm going to give up on the mums this year. August 3rd, here's Krista. I got my itty bitty baby cabbage trying to make a cabbage. This is the, I can't remember what it's called. It's on an earlier one. Something is eating it. I do not know what that something is. I usually have the tool over the top, but I don't know. And then this brassica, I have no clue what it is. It's clearly not the purple tree collard. I don't think it is. It might be. Anyway, there's my garlic chives, my walking onion. This pak choi. No, this is, the rosy pak choi. And it's thinking of trying to come back from the root, but that one actually totally died. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Something's eating it too. I'm not really worried about it. Okay, February 3rd. Here's the peg tote. Whichever brassica I put. Oh, this must be the purple of Sicily cauliflower, and it's been steadily eaten by something. No clue what, but it's just been eating it all up. I'm pretty sure this is grass. Yes, that is grass. The other ones are Egyptian walking onions. Deer tongue lettuce, not doing great. Wildfire's doing okay, but not great. Not sure what's up with this tote. I think the idea of putting a tote under a tote is not the best idea. So, we'll see about that. My snapdragons are trying to come back. My hummingbird's lunch is still doing okay. And the hummingbird mint is making a bit of a comeback. February 3rd. This is under the carport. I have replanted my turmeric and one ginger. And then the other ginger I've left out all winter. I don't know what it's going to do. My rosemary seems to be doing okay, as are these Egyptian walking onions. I'm going to be putting them where they can get more sun now that it's not rainy. And it looks like my purple tree collard here is trying to grow. So that's good. And then I put another piece over here. And it's purple. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to survive or not. And I've got to get rid of that container. It's one of the ones that's going to fall apart soon.